people believe that the paranormal and science are separate. But what they don't know, that they are both joined together as one. Join Ben and Louisa on their quest as they bring together science, occult, and the paranormal, only on Occult, History, and Science with Ben and Lou.
How we doing, guys? Sorry, I'm just catching up on Selfish. I've just seen your comments. So I was just clicking through them. That's why I've sat on the camera. How are we doing, guys? Obviously, it's Sunday. Lou is sat by the side of me.
Got a pup between.
We have the pups between us. Just here. The newlywed. Yeah. I'll just carry on because I was in a bit of a breeze. Obviously, coming from Selfish. I was going to ask. Sorry, my brain's completely gone, guys. It's been a long day for me. Going to what you did in the YouTube video where you held your heart finger to the palm, had it near the ground, and the door started shaking. Just love every second of that scene. Are you on about with the exploring with Josh bit?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Just even more vids of you doing that stuff would be cool. Yeah. I just felt through the comments. Hi, by the way, everyone. Hi, Vonnie. Vonnie, thank you very much for our wedding card. It was a nice shot. It took me a while to work out who it was from.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's surprising. Yeah. Let's try and work out who it was from. Natasha, on again. Nico, how we doing? Kate, Annette, evening, Mr. and Mrs. Thank you very much. Craig, oh, nice to see you on there, mate. I bet you're probably knackered as well, bless you. Okay, just flicking through all the comments. Bonnie, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know where to start. Where to start with the box or whether to open with Selfish's comment. What do you reckon, Bo?
Good comment.
Start with comment. So what it is those of you that have ever worked with me, I'm sure Craig can say, Annette, Jacqueline, or anyone like that ever comes on, you'll see a lot of help, Mum. I would do Matt. I would do my mum. Craig, I should try. Yeah, I hope you get over COVID soon, buddy. What a lot of you will see and have worked with me is I do a lot of that, which is it's an energy flow. Not really seen a lot in sort of Western cultology. It's more Middle Eastern and sort of Asia cultology, because basically that do the energy flow in your system, in your body. A lot of people will see the other one, which is sort of what's known as Buddha's palm. Or they'll see the whole, sorry, my nerves are a bit shot in my hand, or they'll see that. Now, this combination with this is to do with the energy flow system. It can increase your body's sort of electrical current. It can also increase your heart flow, your heart rate, your body, your body pulses, all that sort of stuff, all rolled into that sort of energy. The best way of describing it is, if anyone wants to understand the sort of stuff I use, look into sort of Tai Chi and sort of the Eastern martial arts, because a lot of it's to do with energy manipulation. We in Western society are a bit strange with our cultology, with this is this, this is this, and it all has to be bang on scientifically driven, where if science can't answer it fully, we can't get the grasp. Yeah, in Asia and places like that, that's a bit different. Middle East and all that lot are still old when it comes to that sort of teachings. like I say, Western society's only just caught up with understanding that what the Chinese call qi is actually an electrical impulse in your body. So everything's just catching up. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing when you see me doing a lot of this on videos and stuff. It's just drawing up natural energy flows. I've got to lean in again because I haven't got my glasses, so I can't really see people's comments. I saw loads of flick. Right. So I am nice to see you along again. Laura, hello. Nice to see you. Okay. Oh, bless you, Pooh. Thank you very much. Lose rescue the day. You speak Spanish, don't you? Learning Spanish.
Just learning the basics.
Hi from me and Jack. The people that joined Supernatural. Oh, nice to see you guys on. Let me just clear my glasses so I can actually see. Oh, there we go. Actually see comments, scary enough. Craig Bonnie. Yeah, you only good with
I accept. No.
no?
No,
No.
am I accepting basics?
Bless it. Right. So yeah. So tonight. Oh, the dogs are off again already. So hopefully that answers your question there, Selfish. Yeah, so we've got a net there saying, hope you get well soon, Craig. So what you've all come here for is, not to see me yawn, for the understanding of the Devil's Toy Box. Now, I've forgotten to grab the blood box that's in the other room too. It's the water box with the lid.
You've not hidden it anyway.
No, it's the one we had for Help My House is Haunted, but they didn't want it. Yeah, the big one. So, yeah, by the way, if anyone actually wants to see a bit more of one of these built-in used, if you actually watch Help My House is Haunted, is it episode 8 now? Episode 8. Yeah, episode 8. You will see my ugly mug on it.
You look very handsome.
I look very bold.
You
I
look
didn't
very
realise my head's going that bold. So yeah, what you would see is my glorious assistant here holding the box. You would have seen a small version of one of these. This is a small wooden box, equal sides, all that lot with a flip lid, nothing inside of it. Now, the one that you'll see on the show is, like I said, pretty much exactly like this. However, lid has a mirror on it. So there's a mirror on this surface. There's a mirror on this surface. There's a mirror on each of these sides, and also, which some people have gotten before when they've tried making these, mirrored on these edges on the inside. So everything in here is mirrored. Let me just 2 seconds, Ronnie. Little half, like half the country gets. Yeah, I understand that a bit. You were very professional on it. Yeah, I'll always be professional. That's I used to teach, remember, guys. So, something like this, or as if anyone is interested in also seeing, and I'm sure Craig can drop a link to it. The original Devil's Toy Box that I made and is in use, shall we say, is currently at their museum at Stoke-on-Trent Museum, locked in a cage, and they do a lot of research on it, which is very nice to know. I occasionally get to actually sit and watch some of them. But they're far and few between at the minute. I'm trying to catch up. There you go. Craig has put the comment in. There are Spirit Shop, brilliant place to go, guys. If you want to go for a tour, arrange with him, and he will say you'll be able to go there and get a tour. Brilliant place, brilliant place. Kate, where can I watch Help My House is Haunted, Ben? I think you can get it on Discovery Plus. I don't know if you can get Discovery Plus out in Germany or anywhere like that. I'm not fully sure, but sorry guys. Yeah, on Discovery Plus. It's just Discovery Plus, isn't it? Really?
You say really? It is on the Really channel, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not come out on the Really channel yet because the Really channel is
About season beyond or something. Like that.
something like that. Yeah, I know they're not.
So, yeah, on Discovery Plus you can watch it, but if not, if you go on Really TV or reality TV, you can see the season later on in the year when it gets released. Just don't worry, I've done 2 seasons with them now, so there's this season that's on now, and then there's next season where my ugly mug appears again. So yeah, celebrity one. Where
release the beginning of next year.
Where, just to let you know a little bit, I think I kind of embarrassed a few people when I was there. So shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Nice to see you guys again, Rigo. Nice to have you on board. Sorry to hear you're not well, Craig. Rest up. Nice to see you. You guys are all just having a nice conversation between you all. Brilliant. It's always funny. Yeah, that's fine. Nice to have you all here. That explains it. So and Nico are actually partners. Yeah, congratulations. Well, we don't need congratulations, but you know what I mean. Guys, look, we all know what I'm like now on a Sunday. Brains fried. And then we've got hello, and then we've got the Spanish lesson going on, which I can't speak a lick of Spanish. All I know is to ask for a burrito. It's literally the extent of my Spanish. Sorry, guys, but that is literally the extent of my Spanish. Is asking for a burrito. So I'm not going to embarrass myself on that point. But yes, so Devil's Toy Box. You usually find them about this size now on eBay. But what a lot of people don't realise is what you actually find on eBay isn't actually a Devil's Toy Box. They are what's known as trying to bullcrap it by going it's Divot Box, but it's not. What you see on there are what known as wishes, witch boxes, or all that sort of crap. But I'll explain that in a minute. Let me just catch up with comments. Where we go? Yep. When you head, yeah. Got to try and come back up to. We're actually going to come back up to Scotland at some point next year. You teach us demonology, and we teach you Spanish, Ben. Good luck trying to teach me Spanish. I've got a friend who's been trying to teach me Polish, and for some bizarre reason, my head can't wrap around modern languages. I can't even speak English properly. So I'm a loss when it comes to any other language. Unless it's Sumerian or Babylonian or anything like that, I'm all right with. Hello, I've just watched the YouTube video of Seth Gordon of the Haunted Mansion. Can I get an opinion on your story of that night then? Yeah, it was an interesting night. Obviously, I don't know what they got up to after I left, because I left about 1 o'clock because I'd work the next day at 6 and I had to travel, 3-4 hours?
About 3.5 hours home.
It was less than
The other night. It was absolutely freezing.
Yeah, freezing and raining.
Because you didn't have a car then.
No.
Because you're just going to work with your bike.
I was on the motorbike and it took me less than that to get home, should we say?
It took you 3.5 hours. Because you were travelling at the speed limit.
Yes, I was travelling at the speed limits. I was doing perfectly well. But yes, opinion, the place, I would say you need more than one night to investigate that place. I'd say a good weekend, because it's not just the building, it was the grounds and everything as well. There's a lot of energy there, a lot of spirits there that were willing to come forward, but not willing to come forward as well, if that kind of makes sense. I think the boys not expected too much, but didn't expect what they were going to get. They're a good bunch of lads. Seth, for example, he's very well in tuned, but he's not had anyone to go yes or no to verify for him. So I wish him all the best in that lot. I said to him, yeah, everyone wants to stay in contact, and I'll help you out with stuff. Well,
Who knows
Hopefully.
what the future will hold?
Yeah, never know. But yeah, hopefully that sort of answers your question there a bit. And also, welcome to the show. Any paranormal questions, guys, as well as I stress this all the time. Any paranormal questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and I or Lou will try and answer them best I can.
Otherwise, you can pass a message, a private message to the page, not the group, because you can't private message the group. That just goes on as a general post. But if you go on the page, I'm trying to explain this. I'm doing a land action and I'm out of shot. Yeah, if you go onto the actual the other dimension page, there is the option to actually private messages there.
Yeah.
I'll go back out.
Beautiful. Also, before we forget, we do have obviously a couple of pages that we know. So you have the other dimension page, you have the other dimension group, you have the UK demonologist.
You mean the Demonologist UK?
Demonologist UK
There's a page.
Or
Careful, it's like on it.
as for the group, guys,
It's been taken over.
it's been taken over by someone who can't even spell Damon's name right. So
we call him Damien.
Yeah. So we will no longer be posted on there because I got kicked out of the group. Even though it's my group, I got kicked out of the group. So there you go.
We have messaged the lady.
Yes, we messaged the lady, but
she's yet to reply.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting. So if any of you ever do watch us or are on that page, please, if you really want, report the page or just stop following it because we just find it kind of funny.
We'll see what she actually puts on there.
Yeah, we're gonna. Well, I can't look because I've been banned.
Yeah, you've been banned. I'm gonna keep an eye and see what she puts on it. Yeah, Annette was there.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Claire. Nice to see you. Yeah, Annette, I've been banned from my own
He's
page.
kicked off his own page.
Even though my ugly mug is on that page with Damon and my name is on there, I've been kicked off the page. Work that one out.
Let's see what happens in the future on that one.
Yeah. So,
Mister.
Kate has another one before we start carrying on about the boxes. I have a scientific question for everyone. Oh God. I've lost it. There we go. I've thought about this since I was a child. If you don't have a brain, ears, eyes, mind, etc., as your body is gone, so how does a spirit see you or think? Well, if you've not got a brain or ears or eyes, then you're a politician. That's about as political as I get, guys. I try and keep it clean, but let's face it, that joke had to be made. So your senses, obviously, your touch, smell, hearing, eyesight, taste. When it comes to a spiritual body, they will see themselves as they see themselves, if that makes sense. So a lot of it came out with the Matrix sort of ideology that your mind, so your subconscious mind, so when your body is completely gone, your mind will still portray you as the way you think you look. If that kind of helps explain that one. The conscious is there, but the body isn't. So they will portray themselves. They'll sort of manifest themselves into the body that they think they should look like.
It's like, say, you get dressed, you put some clothes on, you have an image, before you look in the mirror, you have an image in your head of how you're actually going to look, don't you?
Yeah.
When you look in the mirror, you might not be quite as happy with the image, but, it's thereabouts kind of thing. Yeah,
that sort of thing. As Lou just simply explained, as always. I go for the technical and get confused, and Lou just puts it.
I've got a question, though.
Yep.
So, a human spirit, if they can portray themselves how they think they should look, like how they did back then. What if they decide, actually, I want to look like a cat? Could they actually change their appearance to look like a cat?
Physically, yes. There is nothing that could stop them from doing that.
Cool.
Yes, there is physically no way of stopping them from doing that. Okay, Bonnie, Kate, I read an article about this earlier today. If I could find it, I'll send it over. Nice one, Bonnie. If you can always post it on the page as well. It'd be nice for everyone to read. Oh, I think you would just sense everything. Yeah, your senses are basically a lot of what we are seeing now is down to our own perception, should I say. Same as when you look at a clown, you might see a dog, I might see a cat. It's that sort of perception that the human brain has. And once the human body ceases to exist and we go back to being just energy, that sort of, I think how to explain it.
Like it's still a conscious energy that
Yeah.
can form itself
Yeah.
in a way as it wants to be perceived.
Yeah, pretty much. Hopefully that answers your question. Are we back? Are we not? We're not sure. The internet just flipped.
The internet's been playing up a bit around.
So
your
your subconscious able
Yeah.
to think
But
despite
the
that.
brain's just the housing of it, isn't it,
Yeah.
really?
You think you talk to us when you talk to a spirit when you're on an investigation, they still think. They can still answer your questions. There's a difference between a conscious spirit and then stone tape. With conscious spirits, they do still interact. They do still know
It's
what's
the
going
energy
on.
that holds the information.
Yeah.
And at the moment, in this form,
Yeah.
it's just been held in a little bit of a case.
Yeah. Keep doing that. It's hollow. You just get echoes.
I just like poking it.
I just like poking it. Thank you. I'm not a he. I'm an it now. Been deranked. Is it still would be conscious energy has memory? Yeah. Basically, this is just a meat sack that you're in at the minute. The energy. Let's face it. Science still can't explain the human soul. Never will be able to, because it's to do with the energy fields of everything. Lost you there back now. Yeah, I like the memories of your soul or something like that. Yep. Yeah. I put it very simple terms when I can. So yeah, back to the boxes unless anyone has any other questions. Give you a couple of minutes to fire them all. What are you? Sorry guys.
You always just need to silence your chat, don't you? While you're
Yeah,
on.
I do.
Not you guys chat,
Not
as
yet.
in his personal messenger chat, because all we keep getting up on his
We
screen.
put
It's
around what our brains every night. Yeah. There is an ideology that is what dreams do. And now we're back on Wi-Fi. I have.
See, they were supposed to have like fixed all the problems with the internet in the village.
Yeah,
last week.
they never do. Does the demon seer have has anything to do with the Greek hero? Sure, like it. Probably not, and probably yes. As weird as that works out. The thing is, when you look towards sort of Greek mythology, Roman mythology, all the sort of old mythologies, they all link up. So you end up with a massive pantheon, and I mean a massive pantheon. Like I say, with best example is the demonic Hadad, which actually works out to be, as we all know, Baal. But if you go by his name Hadad, he's actually one of the ancient gods. Who was in charge of an actual city in what's now Israel. And then you bring him further back, he is linked up to. Is it not Ishtar?
No.
No, not Ishtar.
Right now. Is it
But basically, what you depict as being one being will actually be another being as well, just spread over different cultures.
People got him mixed up with Mammon, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of people got Baal mixed up with Mammon, which is completely and utterly off the scale in stupidness. So yeah, I hope that explains that one for you. Yeah, they are likely to be the same person but different aspects of beings. Frozen, I hope we're back now, because if not, I'll just explain that to an empty screen. I have an enlightening experience many years ago of being out of my body. I will never question that we function outside. Crying out loud. And there are others as well. Yeah. Basically, like I was saying, we as a human race are very ignorant. We believe that just because we can see and hear this much of the scale of light and sound, that this much of the actual scale is non-existent all the way across. It's not. We are very pig-headed as a race. You just have to look at the idea on aliens. We really believe that we are the only intelligent life within this universe, and let's face it, we're not intelligent. If you get what I mean, I'm not meaning to insult anyone's intelligence here, but let's face it, we are a very stupid race. We desecrate this planet and everything else. I'm not going all hippie on everyone, so don't worry. I still ride a very large bike. I'm quite happy to empty the exhaust pipes whenever I need to. So, Nico, I think I understand. Thank you. That's okay. Do you see? Oh, actually, in fact, Nico, before I answer your question, Kate, Nico, if you want to see the sort of thing I was explaining, look at the mythology on the flood myth. You'll notice it sparks all the way across different religions, different ideologies, but it all from the same event.
I was going to in like the Epic of Gilgamesh. That's where it comes up first of all.
Yeah. But at the time of the writing of Gilgamesh, Egypt was talking about the arrival of the sea people, and in China they were also talking about the great typhoon. There was also in Africa talking about the fall of Atlantis. There's loads of things that tie up with that whole flood. When you look into it, with the flood myth, also ties in along with the loss of Doggerland, which is the British Channel. So you're looking about 20,000 years ago in history, up to about 8,000 years ago in history. Really interesting one to look at. To do with sea levels rising and great flood mythology. Kate, do you see spirits often, Ben, and how often is it? I do see spirits every time I walk in the kitchen. I've got a shelf full of vodka. Sorry, I know my jokes get bad. We all know my jokes get bad.
You think you'd know where to start.
No,
he just keeps recycling them. It makes him laugh.
Yeah, I like to laugh at myself. Yeah, I do, and I don't. I can get quiet moments when I need them, but we do. Our house is very. It's like a bus stop. This house.
We don't have loads of different ones coming in.
No, the way outside.
They're just freeloaders.
Yeah. Yeah, it's to do. If you start to notice what you're looking out for, you tend to see more and more of it. We never learn, Ben, that history does repeat itself. Yes, unfortunately, as we are watching now in history. Just to mention it, obviously, with it being Remembrance Sunday, we're remembering World War II and obviously all the other conflicts that have come, but we're remembering it this year as history is repeating itself. With obviously the Ukrainian-Russia conflict. So seems to be flying back onto what we were doing. Thank you. That's okay, Nico. Hello, Twitch. Tish. My brain's gone. Sorry, Tish. It's been a long day.
You kept calling it Twitch anyway.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm stacking demonology questions as I'm reading about it. That's fine, Nico. Anytime you want to fire demonology questions, fire them away. we'll answer them best we can. And Annette just laughing.
He's just laughing at you.
Honestly, everyone just laugh. It's healthy. It's good. Let's face it, I'll be professional on TV, but I'm terrible on here. Right, so boxes. Yeah, don't wait. Puppies, Jesus Christ, I don't want them attacking us again. So obviously, when it comes to these witches boxes, it was on about.
You keep changing name of them.
Oh, witches box, diver box, they're all the bloody same. They're all.
That's it. They're all that bloody say.
I'm
People
gonna be-
put stuff in
yeah.
them, say it's haunted, bad stuff's gonna come out.
Pretty much. Guys, I'm going to be truthful. Any you buy off YouTube or any that you buy off eBay are all going to be crap. Literally.
That one seller that we found, he was selling these diver boxes when we found them on Friday.
Yeah.
And he had like 3 or 4 of them. They're all 15 years old from his cellar.
Basically.
Mm.
If you want to make
Wait,
if you want to make crying out loud, people stop texting me while I'm on show. If you want to make what's known as a black box, now these are dark boxes. Craig, again, I don't know if he's still on, buddy, but Craig has made one at his museum. And these are boxes where you can put some of your darkest thoughts into them, fill them with whatever you want that darkens your life, seal it off with wax, then it will manifest, the energy will manifest inside of it. Now, these are different being. You don't want to go selling these because these are going to be full of all your own private stuff. But the ones you buy off like eBay are just, don't waste your money, guys. Honestly, you'll, like Lou was saying, you'll find one bar on there and you go, oh yeah, this box has been locked away for God knows how many years. And you'll go, oh yeah, quite interesting. And then you'll look into his positive feedback and find he's been selling 20 odd boxes for the past 2 years.
It's like a couple of years ago when someone was wanting a haunted doll and sent me a link to one on eBay, and I went and had a look, and it's like, got this big write-up about this doll, clicked on the seller profile, clicked on their other listed items, and all they sell, they just have this business of selling haunted dolls, all with these backstories.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be really careful nowadays. But just don't buy haunted boxes off eBay and all that sort of stuff. Just save yourself from wasting any money or putting yourself in a dangerous position, because some of them really do have like bad stuff in them, and I mean more like herbs. Like years ago when I was doing my course, when we was at uni, we had one we brought off the internet and we opened it up with masks and all that sort of stuff. Turned out it was packed full of nightshade and all that sort of stuff. And nightshade can instantly kill you if you eat it or digest it.
Ingest.
Friend of mine has opened up boxes before where there's been covered in scorpion poison inside and stuff like that, giving you a really bad hallucinogenics.
I think it's like come from Egypt or something. Like
No,
things.
these were just stuff that was made on the market in Istanbul because they realised Westerners are just buying them because they're like cursed objects. It's you got to be really careful what you do.
You're tickling my knee.
Sorry. Like if you can buy, like I've seen shows on YouTube and Facebook and TV where they're buying boxes off the internet and then opening them up and having to fake stuff because they know for one of the boxes are bloody useless. There is quite a lot of groups I know that have done it. There are some groups that have opened genuine boxes and they've turned out to be what's known as a witch's box, which they are sealed, but they're sealed for the purpose of being used. So all the stuff inside is sealed so it doesn't get contaminated. So like where you get like small little voodoo dolls, or I think they're called pillow dolls. Poppets, that's the one. Stuff like that. They are brilliant, but they're not cursed object boxes. And this is where you have to be really careful. Okay, that's another question. I have an sign. Scientists have successfully implanted human brain cells into a monkey and they have grown and thrived. What's your stance on this? Sorry, it's off topic. Last question, I promise. Okay, honestly, doesn't matter if it's off topic. Nothing wrong with it. You see, there is that. It is a very ethical question. It's more along the lines of why would you do it, and is the animal suffering? Now, I'm a very strict person on. I don't believe in animal testing. Trying to lie, we've got prisons full of paedophiles. Let's just do testing on them. Again, my own personal belief. Sorry, but I've got no fear of saying it. Test it on them. They've crossed the line. We can use them. They're not even humans anymore. So we should do testing on them. But on the other hand, it would be interesting to see how this sort of thing would unfold. But yeah, science is very. You have to be very careful with science because you can get very ethical questions such as this, which is an interesting one. It really is quite an interesting one. But yeah, that's my opinion. What about you? You got an opinion on it?
Don't like it.
You just don't like it,
Yep.
flat out.
Sure.
Right. So, oh, sorry. If it's eBay, it's plain jewelry boxes. Yep. Honestly, a lot. You know yourself, a lot of it's just rubbish on there. How long does it take for energy to build up in a black box? Would you recommend doing this to alternate depression? If you're going to do it with depression, my suggestion would be to buy a small book, write down the stuff in it, make sure it can be kept quiet, write down all the stuff in it, and then once the book is full, burn the book. And you'll be surprised how well that can actually help. Because all the negative energy actually gets stored in the pages. Yeah. Sorry, and then once you obviously burn the book, the black energy goes with it. But then if you want to make a black box, put the book inside the box, seal it, and then only break it when you need to put a new one in. Just keep doing that. Jesus Christ, puppy, that stinks. That absolutely stinks. That's bro. Oh, can you not smell that?
Yeah, but not as bad as it seems to be affecting your hands to be out
Out the blast radius.
Yeah.
Sorry, puppy farts. Bless him. The mirror in the Devil's Portrait are used to encapsulate the spirits. Yeah, basically end up with what's known as a singularity point. So a spirit can only pass through a mirror so much. And obviously, if you've ever stood between two mirrors, you'll notice as the reflections go, they get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So eventually, that spirit will run out of that point, and they'll end up just getting stuck, basically. So that's pretty much what happens. Okay, they have been doing it for years. Also, look up the Gnome project. Yeah. If you look to the Russian ape soldiers as well, there's another one for you. Because that went missing. I also look in recent, about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, there was a Chinese experiment where a Chinese scientist got arrested. It was actually quite a big deal. Got arrested for doing cloning and DNA manipulation on a woman with an ape. So there's one to have a nose at as well. Frankenstein science, yeah, that is the main thing. We are slowly striving as a race to reach immortality by manipulating and doing things that are against the laws of nature. But again, we are the human race. We do want to expand. But we just need to slow down a little bit in certain places. AI technology being one of them. But yeah, any more questions, guys? Because I've pretty much easily covered the boxes. Very easy to cover the boxes. Just to remind you guys as well, next week there won't be a show. because we are at Pendle.
Technically, we'll be back, but just tired next
Yeah.
Sunday.
I'll be absolutely shattered, and we know what I'm like when I'm tired, more tired than I am now. I just burn out, and I like to give you guys a full proper show. Being able to properly interact with you guys and that not. Because if not, and that's it.
What do you do?
Can the box be pink instead of black? Yes, yes. It can be any colour you want. And the reason to call it a black box is because it's black negative. It's known as black negative energy you put in it. So yeah, the box can be rainbow cake. Or in your case, for some reason, I've got this image of a rainbow box covered in stars and glitter. That opens when you open it, it just like, puffs out more glitter. You know what I mean now, with all most respect and love. How do you know that spirits have entered the box? You will tell, as silly as it sounds, by the weight. The box will suddenly become very heavy, because that much energy can actually manifest certain atoms.
And if it's having a strop, it'll get even heavier.
Yeah, and if it's having a strop, it'll get heavier. And if it's really, really having a strop, the box itself will actually move, or the item that you're using as a devil's toilet will actually move. And move, I mean, it will move. You'll see it go all over the place. Yeah, sure. I want it all pink. Yeah, have a pink. Honestly, have a pink box if you want.
A pink box.
Yep, I was wondering the same. Yeah, it doesn't have to be black. It's just what's known. Like, you know, when you have an airplanes, they have what's known as the black box on the plane. The black box is actually painted red. It's not actually black. It's just known as a black box. So you guys can have, if you want to build a black box, you can make it whatever colour you want. It's just known as a black box. So yeah.
We're getting arts and crafts on our boxes.
Yeah. Doing arts and crafts on the black boxes. So you just need a normal box. You can design it, paint it, whatever colour you want. Just once you're done with it, put what you need in there to get rid, seal it up, and do what you want with it. If you want to add more, crack it open, put it in. If you don't,
I'll get on eBay.
Yeah.
See if you can make some money from
it. Yeah. Worst case scenario, when you finish with it, flag it on eBay and say, oh, it's a cursed box. But yeah. Like I say, I used to have one myself. I ended up just burning it. And then there's another one that's buried up on the moorlands somewhere. I actually know where that is. I'll have to go and retrieve that and burn it soon.
Why?
I don't know. Just
Burying it not good enough?
Yeah, it's buried. Buried about 6 feet down.
Well, let's not go digging unnecessarily.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, so Sarah saying hi. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the show. I've seen everyone saying hello. Well, interesting. And that, well, that sounds really cool. And does the box has to be stayed shut once you capture the spirit? Yeah. Yeah, it's like a mousetrap. You don't open a mousetrap once the mouse is in.
I'm just trying to play Jack in the Box with the spirit.
Yeah, no.
Ooh. Has anyone done that? Attach the spirit to a Jack in the Box?
Yes.
Yeah.
It didn't go well.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
But yeah, what material should it be made out of? You can make it out of any material you want. Just remember that you're putting wax on it. So a plastic one will just melt. Wood's usually the best one for it. But I say, if you make a black box for storing negative energy, make it out whatever you want. Honestly. Hey Ben and Lou, do you consider a Ouija board as dangerous? Here in Argentina, a lot of people think it's super dangerous, but I've seen people at other countries say not so much.
So we bought one off eBay. No, Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, we bought a Ouija board off Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
That's the one. And it hadn't been shut down properly, so there was still an attachment to it.
I also bought some massage stones off the same seller.
Yeah, which is
really random. I thought, why not?
Gonna buy a Ouija board and some massaging stones to go with it. It's
Spirits to use.
it's the same as anything, to be honest, guys. Treat everything with care and respect, and you'll get care and respect back. Thing with Ouija boards is if you go off on that board and start gobbing off and demanding the spirit that's attached to it to start doing stuff for you, their usual first words are "F you." I'll do what the hell I want, and that's where the problems become. The reason Argentina, and you probably know this yourself, places like Argentina, Brazil, places like heavily Christianized countries. That's why it's very, very frowned upon for it, because obviously it goes against the church and all that lot.
So you must pray and talk to the spirits. Not usable.
Yeah, you're only obviously you're only supposed to pray and talk to God in a sense. But yeah, obviously I know what Argentina's like for their religious understanding. And we've got interesting. That's any other questions, guys and girls? Obviously, feel free to fire them up. Yeah, Kate, you can pick one of these up for a couple of quid off Amazon. Yeah, that's pretty much where we got this from, wasn't
I don't know. Because they sell them at the works as well.
it?
But
Yeah.
I don't think they'll have the works over in Germany.
No. We've got loads again. Sarah, it is a random question, but what's your opinion on the Conjuring House? I saw an investigation made by Ghost Adventures, and they said the demon moved tables and threw a family member. First off, if it's Ghost Adventures, take it with a pinch of salt.
What was that, honey?
Take it with a pinch of salt.
It's like we just watched that latest episode. Was it Unexplained Caught on Camera?
Yeah, where they're actually living at the
yeah.
Conjuring House.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Nowhere near is it that bad. It was dealt with. It was aggressive at the time, but it was dealt with. It was sorted. However, truth be told, it wasn't dealt with by the Warrens. It was dealt with people that came after the Warrens. But yeah. But people, you all know what I'm like. I'm not going to blow smoke up their backsides because, let's face it, we know what happened. They came over to the UK, they got turned around, and they were told that they are terrible. They've never worked outside the US. No other country will have them in. No other organization, paranormal organization, will accept them due to the fact that they were the biggest con artists going. Some of the stuff they did, yeah, give it credit, but a lot of the stuff was just con artists. Or they take the glory of people that were actually doing it first. And I've been told first-hand experience by people that used to work with them. Yeah, hopefully that explains that one for you. Nico, yes, that's true. Anything not Christian related is treated as demonic. Yeah. Unfortunately, I know what Argentina's like. It's a shame. Sort of stuff like that stops people from growing, stops people from questioning. But I also understand that's everyone's entitled to their own beliefs. Yeah, hopefully that explains your question as well, Sarah, with that explanation. Let's face it as well, Ghost Adventures find a demon in bloody everywhere. Even in bog paper, which is toilet roll paper to everyone else. But yes. The last 10 minutes. Any more questions, guys? Feel free to throw them up. Do you want to add anything? You got anything to say? You're normally full of questions and putting your piece in.
I don't know. I've had a drink and now I've relaxed a bit.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Seems a bit
Exaggerated.
Yeah. You have to remember they're doing a TV show. TV shows rely on rates. If they don't get the ratings, they don't get paid.
Overact.
How many boxes do you guys have? Well, me and Lou only had the one box that was in use that's now at Stokes Museum. If you're on about black boxes, I have about 5 that are scattered everywhere. One of them being in Egypt as well, which is quite interesting. Buried right out in the Sahara as well, and I mean right out in the Sahara. Puppy's just done another fart. Oh, smell!
I'm glad I'm sat where I am.
Smell. Do you think incense removes bad energies? Yes to the first one, Sarah. No to the sage. If you want to remove any bad energy, use frankincense or anything else. Frankincense, sandalwood,
Lavender, pine.
yeah, salad.
What? You mean salad panto?
Yeah. See, I can't even Spanish that name. I don't even know how you Spanish something.
Spanish it, man.
I can't even pronounce that in Spanish. I don't pronounce it in English, never mind in Spanish.
Well, yeah, it's the properties
Yeah.
of the sort of fragrance of the incense and combined with the smoke that allows them to move.
Thank you, Emma. Em's put it right. See, I can't even do Spanish.
No one's asking you to. It's
Like,
fine.
literally, all I know is like Asita burrito. That's it. That's my Spanish, guys. Asita burrito. What about Palo Santos? Yes. That's what I was on about. That stuff, yeah. Anything like that. Don't use sage because all it does with any spirits, it just winds them.
Unless they are, as we said, a lower level human spirit.
Yes. The human, and yeah, sage will work fine.
Anything else, and it'll hype them up.
Yeah. Anything else is like giving a kid a load of sugar.
But you said not just giving them, forcing.
Yeah, force feeding them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you imagine how psychotic that's going to go. But yeah. So next week, obviously we're not. Show isn't on next week.
Might do a little live if we can.
Yeah, from Pendle.
Yeah.
We,
Hopefully you're not going to be on crutches this time.
no, I'll actually be able to walk up. Although I don't think we're actually climbing the hill though.
It did say we're going onto Pendle or something. We might be going like the non-steep route, like the non-vertical route that we decided to use.
Depends on crutches. Let's call a face like that. I can't stand sage. It makes me. Oh yeah, it's not good to burn anymore. It's just manufactured. It's not wild. It has to be wild white sage, and there isn't any wild white sage anymore. It's all just manufactured for sale. That's why we suggest don't use it anymore. Frankincense, yeah, it don't work anymore because that's why it's just all bloody manufactured.
It's not much better.
No. Yeah, so hopefully that's it. We've got about 5 minutes left of the show, guys. Again, any more questions, feel free to fire them up.
Well, Ben can just read out all his messages that he keeps getting.
I know, Jesus Christ almighty. Your sister adds you to a group chat and then you just get wound up with a group chat because it's constantly flicking. Nice, same in Italy. Yep. But yes, guys. So, obviously, when we've got these next 2 weeks out of the way, because obviously we've got this, then next Friday we're at Stoke Museum. Friday after we're at the Stoke Museum. Try and nick a bit of a live. Yeah, we're going to get Craig on, won't we, and talk.
Do a bit of record some investigation.
Yeah. So there'll be little bits and bobs from there. Yes, Latin languages have a lot of share words. Yeah. It's easier. Yep. English has some too because of the Roman invasions. Yeah, a lot of the English language though, unfortunately, is made up of like Norman, Saxon, Nordic, German,
Oh no, I didn't kick him.
upstream, all them different languages. So yeah, but yeah, next week Pendle. Week after is Stoke Museum with Craig. Hopefully get Craig on for a bit of a chat and that lot.
Film Ben with his box.
Film Ben with me box.
Rest of the demon.
We'll see how well that one goes. I might even give you guys a little sneaky glimpse. Might record something there and play it on the Sunday show. What is your favourite piece of ghost hunting equipment? This is a good one. I don't really have one because I don't really use that much equipment, do we?
Yeah, well, all you do is just stand back and let everybody else do the work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave everyone else to do the work because as soon as I walk in, spirits tend to just go, no. Or try to threaten me.
Yeah.
As we've seen multiple times.
The traditional stuff I like using the pendulum. I like that. And then I'm quite enjoying playing with my SB7 spirit box at the moment because that's quite fun to play with.
Yeah, that's fun. I like the word bank ones as well. I've seen people use. I'll give that. Yeah.
Oh, it was funny yesterday. Did you notice when we're on out with Supernatural UK? Check it out from last night. But yeah, because they were using necrophonic, and a lot of people are like, some people can be a bit sort of like, oh, it's not real, it doesn't do anything, it's just all pre-formulated. It'll just. However, when I went on a bit of a rant, didn't I, at the spirits there?
Yeah.
I got a bit ranty because there's a grumpy spirit there, and he was holding the others back. So I kind of like had a bit of a rant at him, and then as soon as I finished my rant, necrophonic just went silent. Do you know how rare it is for necrophonic to just go silent? I've never heard it just go completely silent before. No noises, no squeaks, nothing was coming through. It must have been for about 5 seconds.
It wasn't interesting, no, to be honest. Well, yeah, like we said, guys, if you want to go check out Supernatural UK. We do go out with them. They are like a small sport group that we help. The other that I mentioned is in sort of partnership with them to help them out. Again, yeah, also go check out Stoke as well. I brought a K2 and it should arrive next week. Brilliant. Give it a try. Tell us what you think. A super side. Yeah. Honestly, guys, when you use it, let us know. If you get anything good, put it up on the page. It's awesome. Yep. Have you had any new members to your entourage recently? No, we haven't really. Not yet. I think we've got enough people as it is. Well, I say people. I'm using that term very loosely. No, we're quite steady at the last one that I added to it. Also have like the Alice Box SLS camera. They are quite good to have. Temperature cameras are always good as well. We want to do some paranormal investigation, but we don't know how to look for a place to expect. Any questions, guys, on them sort of things? Get in touch with us. We'll see what we can do to help you. I just want to go around with Tara and Pendulum. We're on with that. All that will be great. Oh, you might get your own channel. Yeah. Honestly, we can always help you out if we can. If you set yourselves up, guys, doing stuff, link it into our page. We'll help you on. We'll help you out. Get yourselves seen and I'll get yourself some followers on here. Just laugh. I know. Honestly, it is that sort of thing. You should see Nico's smile. Okay, yeah. Honestly, guys, if you got Emma, if and Nico, if you guys are going to set something up, let us know. Link it up. We'll link yourself a page. We'll get you shared out with all our
We'll go on
groups.
holiday.
Yeah, we could even come over and see you. That'd be an interesting one. But yeah, so on that note, guys, that's the end of tonight's show. We will see you all in what, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, well, officially we'll say like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Unofficially we'll pop on now and then anyway.
Yeah.
When we're meeting and bobbing.
We will see you all properly in about 3 weeks.
Good. Try and catch our extra lives that we'll be doing.
Yeah,
We'll and when.
Bipping and bopping a bit.
Bipping
and bopping. So guys, be safe, look after yourselves, enjoy yourselves, and just be good. And
we'll see you. Get back with all his messages.
Yeah. I'm not getting back all my messages. I'm going to bed. We'll see you.
We'll see you guys soon.
Take it easy.